So while I was seeking membership, the ladies of the organization were consistent in reaching out to me. And I actually began seeking membership in 2015. And the thing with that is, I didn't go through with it that year. So the ladies that did complete the membership process in 2015, I already knew. And so when I was seeking membership in 2016, I already knew majority of those on campus through the chapter. So, overall, as I was seeking membership, the ladies were great. The whole chapter was amazing, and they didn't treat me any differently at all. Now, once I became a member of the organization, the ladies of the chapter didn't switch up at all, actually. I had a closer bond with them since being initiated as a neo, or a neophyte. I felt nurtured, especially socially and academically. And making a difference in the community around me was important. And so I joined the sororities the same year that I graduated. So my active years in the sorority were with the graduate chapter. And the graduate chapters love when younger people join. And they also love when people from undergraduate chapters join the graduate chapters because they're retaining their membership. And so, with that, I was just accepted into the chapter. I was given responsibilities and opportunities to grow within the chapter as well. And that, in and of itself, was gold to me. Since renouncing last month, I did privately tell a few ladies in the organization about my decision. And since then, those ladies have treated me with respect and understanding. They each had the sentiment of, if this isn't giving you peace, you have to do what's best for you. And and ultimately, they weren't friends just because we were in the same organization. They were my friends because they accepted me as a person and they loved me as a person. And so those who are meant to remain will remain. And so that's what I really had to take home with after renouncing. So I only renounced the organization a month ago. So this is very fresh and very new to me. And that's also not to say that since I've had positive experiences so far, that I won't have any responses opposite of that. So I'm prepared for any conversations that may come my way, good or bad. And that's just how I'm handling my renouncement process so far.
I was treated great before pledging. I was treated great during my membership. But since I have denounced Sigma Gamma Rho, I wouldn't say that I've been treated badly, but pretty much the relationships are at a standstill. The relationships that I once had are not as active as they once were. I would say there's a lot of silence um, and awkwardness, but it's okay.
Before pledging, I didn't really know Sigma Gamma Rho. I knew and had learned of the other three organizations with a variety of experiences, but I didn't know SG Rho. But one day I was in a gathering spot for the students, and I saw someone walk by with a bright yellow bag and blue letters on it, and it said ERP. At least that's what I thought it said. It actually said Sigma Gamma Rho, as she took the time to explain when I made the inquiry. I thought that was really super cool. She even said, I have to get going because I have a midterm to study for, and then proceeded to talk to me for almost another 2 hours, explaining to me about the organization. And there was a genuineness, there was a kindness, there were evidence of being a good natured individual that shined through, that shone through, right? As they were communicating with me about the organization and the excitement. I later learned that they were newly pledged and crossed sorority member, and that meant a lot to me. So the treatment, that was my exclusive experience of the organization. And then the membership intake process just pursued as it did. So during my membership, I was a sorority member. I pledged, got in, and I was a sorority member. I was active. I took some leadership roles. I did some things in order to do what I initially meant to do, which was service and leadership. I did a little bit of stepping, and it was something fun to do. And then as I got out, all of those relationships really dissipated. I can count on one hand, probably, and not all those fingers necessary, of the relationships that I truly still have with those who were members of the organization. Meaning that the reason we were friends or friendly was simply because we shared in common an organization that we no longer share in common. And I'm okay with that. I wish them well, and I do love them with the love of Yeshua HaMashiach. I cover each and every one of them with whatever blessings God has for them. And I sincerely mean it from the bottom of my heart. If I saw them, I would hug them and I would communicate with them as I would any other individual that I pass on the street with the love of Jesus.